Today is a beautiful day. Welcome to my channel. I got this beautiful microphone as a gift, but apparently it needs a handstand or some sort of fixing device. So I'm just gonna be holding it in my hand for now. Thank you to my dad for buying me this mic, I'm really pleased with it. Okay, so today I kind of wanted to just talk about my art journey and how I became an artist, and wow, it's crazy because I've been thinking about it and it happened 5 years ago now. So I've been an artist for 5 years, it's crazy. So it all actually started during COVID, and it so happened that I was on my own in Belarus, and me and my husband, we were living in different countries, not by choice, obviously. And I was just on my own so much, and at the same time COVID happened. The worst thing in Belarus was our government was just denying that anything is happening, and Lukashenko was just like, oh, it's fine, just drink some vodka, go to banya, it's just another cold. And what this means is there was no measures for anything. So the only person you could rely on was yourself and the internet. I just remember feeling at that time that the world was a very scary place, and I felt very lonely, and I was scared to visit my family, especially like my elderly relatives, because, you know, what if COVID kills them? It was during that time that I was spending so much on my own that I started going back to doing art. I was always creative. I did art in school, but when I did it, I didn't really understand what I was doing. For me, it was just like, I mean, I loved art lessons because we had a very cool teacher who just let us do whatever we wanted as long as we were doing art. And actually, I failed my, well, I didn't fail, I barely passed my art A levels because I kept getting really bad grades. I think I got an E for AS level, something like that. There was no connection there, so I did some more art at uni. It was just basically me taking some paper, doing some crazy abstract art, and then putting it on my walls. And as few people did say to me that they liked it, that it was very expressive, but I was doing a filmmaking course, so wasn't really thinking about art at all. Then there was a moment I remember, a year before I became an artist. I graduated and I was sitting in my flat and I was in the middle of applying to jobs, and I remember feeling so miserable because you have a structure, you know, when you're at uni you have a structure, you go to lectures, you do what your tutors tell you, and that's it, right? And then there's this change where you are an adult now and you're supposed to have it all figured out, right? You don't. And I was lost. I also did not expect that finding a job would take effort. I thought, I want a job, I apply, I get it, that's it. I didn't even think I would be unemployed for months. I thought, oh, 2 months tops, I'll just get a job, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then the reality hit and I was so disappointed, and I felt like I've just wasted my life because I was doing everything, I was doing things I was told to do. Go to school, get good grades, go to uni, get good grades, and it was like, why am I not getting the life I want now? I did everything you told me, and I just had a lot of anger, a lot of disappointment, and I remember at that time I was just randomly looking at art, and I remember looking at these beautiful abstract paintings, and I felt something. I felt this regret. I couldn't explain it at the time. Looking back, I wanted to do it, but I didn't allow myself to even think about it. And I remember looking at the art and thinking, they're so talented, it's so beautiful. didn't do anything about that because I didn't really understand what was happening to me. I came back to Belarus, and I came back as a failure because I couldn't get a job that would keep me in the UK. And I was like, okay, never mind, I'm just gonna get a job here. It wasn't easy. Especially, when you spend your whole life as an immigrant and you get used to certain things, you get used to freedom, you get used to good life, and you come back to your motherland and you're like, oh, this is all shit. I don't like this. It also took me a while to get a job, but I finally got a job in a bookshop, and here again where expectations versus reality hit me. Because when you think about working in a bookshop, right, you imagine this kind of mysterious, glorious place where people come to get inspired, where they love books, they love stories, and I imagined having profound conversations with customers, me recommending them a book and them loving it. In reality, it was just so much customer service bullshit, because we had people coming in asking for face masks and like just a lot of ridiculous things. And another thing is, as a customer service anybody, you get treated so badly. What I realized was people in Belarus, they have very extremely low paychecks, they are poor, and they come to shops, and the only way they can feel powerful is if they abuse this poor person that's supposed to be there to help them, and they treat them like a slave. There was a lot of attitude like, you're a piece of shit, basically. Kind of as a way to deal with everything. And plus, of course, COVID was happening. And as a way to deal with everything in life, I started making art. It wasn't conscious, it was more like, I just want to do this because I'm bored and, I have some time to spare. Then as I was doing it, it was hitting me. It was hitting me hard, and I was like, this is what I should be doing. I quit my job at the bookshop. I decided to just focus on my art. Whenever I told anyone, they went crazy, because why did I just quit the job that I looked for so long? Why did I just quit that? And why did I decide to become an artist? It just made no sense at all. But to me, it was like I went through the process of transformation. Like I was truly awakened, and I found my calling. And as you can see, this is my studio now, and I've painted so much. I painted these beautiful walls, which I love. And again, even painting these walls came out of a place of desperation, wanting change, and whenever I needed a change, art was there to help me with it. So yeah. It was fun, and I love being an artist because I can create something out of nothing, and I take inspiration from pretty much anything. Like it's a sunny day outside and I feel a desire to paint, or I look at the sky and it's blue, or there's a very cute cloud, and it's not necessarily some big massive life-shattering things that help me move on, but just little beautiful things in everyday life. Well, if you actually stayed and listened, I am surprised and happy. If you're an artist, please, please, please just write me a comment about how you discovered yourself as an artist, because I'm very, very curious, and I know that as artists, it's not always a straightforward path, but I would absolutely love to hear your story as well. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a lovely, brilliant day.